be doing a Belle inspired Halloween makeup look for you guys, and the reason why I'm doing this is because Belle is actually my favorite Disney character. She's been my favorite since I was little. I used to watch Beauty and the Beast like every single chance that I could get. So yeah, it's one of my favorite movies and I absolutely love her, so I figured I would recreate it. And luckily enough, I have the same color hair as her this time, so I don't have to wear a wig. This dress that I'm wearing is actually supposed to be like this, but I just brought it down and then it kind of looked like that like scrunching effect of her dress. So if you have a gold long sleeve dress, then you can just do that and it'll look exactly like hers. Not exactly, but pretty close. Anyways, if you guys want to see this look, then definitely keep on watching. Alright, so the very first thing that you want to do is moisturize your skin. I did a mixture of the Oil Laden Face Cream and the Bare Minerals Biolucent Mineral Treatment. To prime the skin, I use my favorite, the Professional from Benefit. I really like this because it smooths down the skin and it helps the foundation to last longer. And I'm just blending this, starting from the T-zone and then working my way over the rest of the face. Now we'll be applying foundation. I'm using Makeup Forever HD Foundation in 115, I believe is the number, and I just really like applying this with a damp beauty blender sponge. I feel like it gives it a very nice airbrushed effect, but it still covers very well and it never looks cakey. Before we start putting the eyeshadows on, I really find that it helps to make the eyelids all one color. So to do this, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20. I'm gently patting it in with my fingertips and then using the other side of my beauty blender to blend it in. I am going to be using some sparkly eyeshadows today, so I'm patting this glitter glue on first from Too Faced to help them stay on better to the lid and be more pigmented. Another way to help an eyeshadow look more pigmented and vibrant is to use a darker base underneath of it. So I'm taking this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner. I can't exactly remember the name. I'll have all of the details down in the description below of everything I'm using, but I'm just lightly applying this to only the lid, and then we'll be putting the eyeshadow on afterwards. I'm using the Vice palette today. This is the Vice 3 from Urban Decay, and I'm taking a flat shader brush and picking up this light gold color, and I'm first starting by patting it on the center of my lid, and then I'm working my way outwards and then inwards. So essentially you're covering the whole entire lid with this, but you don't want to put it into the crease. Make sure to keep it only on the lid. I think these eyeshadows are pretty good from the Urban Decay palette, but if you put a base underneath of them, it just takes them to a whole nother level. And then I'm just lightly flicking out the outer edges. Next, we're taking Downfall from the palette. The first shade was called Lucky, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. I am bringing this color into the crease, but I'm starting it from the outer corner and working my way in very, very slowly. I am blending like crazy. This whole entire look consists of a lot of blending. And the reason why I'm using a brush like this is because I have very small hooded eyes, so I can't exactly see my crease very well, and this pointed brush really helps to get down where I need it to go and help my crease look more defined. So again, I'm starting from the outer corner and working my way inwards all the way to the tear duct with this matte brown shade. The only downfall to blending is that sometimes you lose a little bit of the pigmentation of the first eyeshadow you put on, so I'm just going back through here and reapplying it. Next shade is called Rain, and I'm using a pencil brush to apply this. It does have a little bit of a shimmer in it, but you can't really tell once you actually put it onto your eye. I'm applying this to the outer portion of my eye in a V shape and then blending it outwards, like flicking it up and out. And this is just going to help really smoke out the look. And then I'm going back through with my pointed blending brush and blending this inwards towards the tear duct area. Now, when you're first applying this, you don't want to initially apply it all the way into the tear duct area. Use your blending brush to bring it in. And this will just really help to blend that shade in with the other brown shadow we had used before. So now it's finally time to line the eyes. I used my Stila waterproof liner. It unfortunately ran out on me on the other eye, and then I switched to Maybelline Line Stiletto because I just really wanted to have a nice dark black liner. But basically with this, you just want to flick it out, do a little bit of a wing, not too dramatic or anything, keep it more on the thin side. Alright, so now it's time to apply lashes. I used Definition Lashes from EYLER. If you look at Belle's cartoon character, which is where I got the inspiration for this, you can tell that she has more defined lashes on the outer corners. So this really helped to give me that look. But then to intensify it, I also decided to use some individuals from Ardell, and I just stuck them on the outer corners. I didn't get footage of it, but they're there. Going back to the face quickly, I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer again in NW20, and I'm putting this underneath of my eye area to conceal dark circles. I'm using the other side of my Beauty Blender to blend this in, and then my fingertip, because my Beauty Blender gets really big with water. Then to set this, I'm using MAC Emphasize Powder, one of my absolute favorites, especially when I am really pale like I am like during these winter months. It just works perfectly with my skin tone. And I'm just putting this on my forehead, nose, and chin as well for a little bit of a highlight. Now we'll be working on the lower lash line. This is a different 24/7 eye pencil from Urban Decay. This one's called Roach. It's more matte than the other one that we had used and a little darker, just like a very warm dark brown. I'm first applying this on the lower lash line, not in the waterline, but just on the entire lower lash line. You can do this messily, does not have to be perfect, because we're going to be blending it out anyways, and to do that I'll be using a little smudger brush. This is basically going to work as a base for the eyeshadows to hold on to. I always have troubles, well not always, but if I don't do this, I usually have trouble with my eyeshadows creasing or just fading on that lower lash line area, and this will really help to keep them there throughout the whole entire day, I promise. You guys gotta try it out. Picking up Lucky, the gold shadow we had used earlier, I'm applying this with the flat shader brush we used earlier too in the inner corners, and then bringing it all the way to about the center of the lower lash line. With that same smudger brush, I'm picking up Rain, the dark brown we had used in the outer corner on the top lid, and I'm applying this on the very outer corners of the lower lash line and bringing it in to the center. Next, I'll be using a nude eyeliner pencil. We're going to be applying this into the waterline to make the eyes appear bigger. Now to shape and define that lower lash line a little bit better. The step is optional, but I just really like the way this looks. I used my Maybelline Line Stiletto Liner and just lined along the lower lash line from the outer corners going inwards. And then I topped that off with a little bit more of the brown Rain eyeshadow. Back to the face once again. This is a Victoria's Secret bronzer. It's very light and sparkly. I'm not using this to contour. I'm using this just to warm up the face. I feel like with Belle, it's almost like she always has this sepia tone on her, you know, sepia. Like she always seems a little bit yellowy. So I decided to just really warm up the whole face and make me look golden, and I mainly focused this on just the outer edges of, you know, the temples, the cheekbones, the jawline, the chin, and a little bit on the nose as well. And then my little secret that I like to do is I take my beauty blender, I don't put any extra product on it, but I just like pat it all over my face to blend everything in. I am going to contour just a teeny bit. This is a very dark brown shadow. Use it very lightly and sparingly. It's just from my contour kit. It's called Frola. I got it from Amazon. But I'm just focusing this like literally as close to the hairline as I possibly can. And a little bit on the nose. This is just going to help to shape out the cheekbones and the nose. Give them a little more definition. Back to the palette again. I'm using this very light pink shade. It has no shimmer in it. It's completely matte, and I love using this blush. Did I say this was a blush? I think I did. I'm just applying this to the very top of my cheekbones and blending it in. And for a little bit of a shimmer, I used Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick and applied this to the tips of my cheeks. The tips? The tips. I was on the search for the perfect Belle shade lipstick, and I finally found one. This is from NYX. It's so gorgeous, and I'm just applying this to the lips. I did like a few layers of it because I wanted it to be a little bit more vibrant. But that's it for the makeup. And then for the hair, I just took my bun out. I had it in a bun with a little bun maker. I just brought the first half of my hair up, tied it up, put my extensions in, and then I separated out my bangs in the front on either side. And with the hair that was left like in that crown section, I just brought it back. I placed my bun maker on it and then I rolled my hair down. It was a few rolls. I edited some of them out. But it actually holds itself in place, which is kind of cool. You can bobby pin it if you want, just to make sure it's secure. I did hairspray it a little bit. And then for the bangs, I just twisted them and pinned them back on either side. And then I gave my bangs a little bit of a hairspray near the roots and just lifted them up so that they would stay in that like voluminous state. And that's it, guys. And I pulled down my dress too, so it would kind of look like that little scrunching effect. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the whole look. I absolutely loved putting this together for you guys. I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know if any of you guys are gonna be Belle for Halloween. I don't know what I'm gonna be yet. I think I might be a cat. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!